Development of Self-Esteem and its Benefits. Professor Vishala Patnam, Human Development Expert.
Hello, I am Professor Vishala Patnam. Self-esteem of a person is the core of his personality or his self-concept. It is based on the person's confidence, trust, and satisfaction he or she has in his or her capacities, abilities, achievements, skills, and contributions. The base of self-esteem is laid in the early childhood itself. Though the base of self-esteem of a person is laid in the childhood, its true foundation is laid in the preschool years. That is why from childhood the child should be guided and trained properly to develop age appropriate developmental milestones and skills. Self-esteem is self-subjective evaluation. It is a psychological evaluation of a person about himself or herself. Self-esteem is developed based on self-actualization. That is why making the child or a person to receive proper feedback is very important. Self-esteem is of two kinds, specific and global self-esteem. The variations in the specific self-esteem may change from situation to situation, but a person's global self-esteem almost remains constant. Global self-esteem includes the total capacities, skills, achievements, contributions, etc. of a person. A specific one is in that particular area. For example, if the child is in arts class, if he is very good at painting, drawing and craft work, in that class his self-esteem will be at very high level. So specific self-esteem is in a specific situation or in a specific context. Self-esteem of a person is developed and increased later based on four main processes. One is self-attribution. Right from childhood, the child compares what was I and what am I. If this what am I is better and efficient than what was I, the child feels very happy and contented, and automatically he develops very high levels of high self-esteem. Otherwise, if his what am I is lower than, inferior to the what was I, the child gets upset. So it is at every stage, what was I is compared with what am I. If it is what am I position is better than what was I, automatically it leads to very high levels of that particular person's self-esteem. Second is social comparison. Social means people. Every person tends to compare herself or himself with his age mates, with his classmates, with his family members, and if he is better off than them, automatically he would develop higher levels of self-esteem, because feels that he or she feels that he is or she is better than others in capacities, abilities, achievements, contributions, etc. Third one is psychological centrality. Here, how a person keeps his mind, how optimistic the child or the person is. For example, a child who is having dark complexion in the class, if she or he is very good in studies, whenever that dark complexion upsets that boy or a girl, immediately they console themselves that so what if I am having dark complexion but I am very superior, I am having very high academic achievements than my classmates. So this psychological centrality, where do they keep their center? Whether the child is giving too much importance to the complexion, dark complexion, or his positive side of his academic achievements. This applies at every stage of our life, psychological centrality. What all of us have positives and negatives, but where is our psychology? Do we place our psychology in the positive aspect of our life or in the negative aspect of our life? The fourth one is feedback from the significant people. Significant people in anybody's life is first parents, grandparents, siblings, teachers, friends. Once they get employed, their authorities. If they get married, the spouse and in-laws, and later when they conceive their own kids or adopted kids, then how those children give the feedback to the particular person, whether mother or father in marital life. Feedback is generally given based on the appearance, the behavior, the contributions, the capacities, the achievements, as well as the extraordinary things a person does in life. So this significant feedback has to be truthful. It should not be false feedback, because if we give false feedback to the child or any person and that person builds up the self-esteem, and because it is false, it will collapse like a thermocol. It is destroyable easily. So the feedback, whenever we give it to the child or friend or any colleague or family member, life partner, it has to be truthful, because that is going to help that person to actualize his or herself. Otherwise, that will lead to many dangers. So here, the feedback of the people is very, very important. So while giving the feedback, how honest one has to be. Similarly, one also has to be liberal, and very frequently we should be giving the feedback to the child and to that person, because that feedback makes lot of sense to the person in developing the self-esteem. As the person is dynamic, as his keeps changing in every phase of life, his capacities, his skills, his attitudes, his achievements, his contributions also vary from stage to stage. So based on that, the individual's personality changes, his self-esteem also changes. That is why the person has to reinvent himself or herself at every stage of life, even every month too, because our capacities, our skills, our achievements, our attitudes keep changing based on the situations we encounter in life. The advantages, the benefits of having higher levels of self-esteem are: one, the person becomes very energetic, and optimistic. 2. The person is self-motivated. That is why they keep doing things properly and with a lot of interest because of the self-motivation. The persons with high self-esteem utilize their potential to the optimum extent in the constructive activities. They lead quality and productive life. Their work efficiency is very high. They see any kind of problem as a challenge and they try to face it by taking calculated risks. That is why they are never upset and they do not face any kind of emotional, social and health problems. They have sound mental health. They are very creative, productive. That is why people also enjoy their company, because once they are with the people who are having high self-esteem, they make that group dynamics very energetic and positive. The persons with high self-esteem enjoy their work, enjoy their responsibilities. That is why they become more responsible to their life, and also they are very considerate to others. They are very affectionate and caregiving. They never get involved in destructive activities. They hardly develop bad habits and bad values. They are always most welcoming people in any group. They are outgoing individuals. They are always happy and make others happy with their good work. They do always innovative and creative things. That is why whether they are in the family or in any institution, people are very happy and feel proud about having them in the family and in the institutions. They are very constructive. They act their age in any position, in any social role. They are very dynamic and they are more responsible. Today, India requires high self-esteem individuals because they contribute a lot to the family, to the society and to the nation. That is why it is mandatory to the families, schools, colleges and educational institutions to guide students, children right from childhood in proper way to develop right attitudes and develop higher levels of self-esteem so that lifelong they remain as healthy, happy and productive individuals, which makes the nation feel proud and a developed country. The persons or the children with low self-esteem have just the opposite traits of high self-esteem people. That is why they are more dangerous to the families, society and to the nation. Let us focus on children's proper development of self-esteem through their capacity building. Self-esteem of a child and an adult can be easily assessed through very valid psychological tools. I was fortunate enough to get involved in an international project in the validation of self-esteem scale for Indian women. In that research, a big lesson what I have learnt was what am I is more important than who am I and what I have with me and on me.